Right. So today class, the scope of total income and the residential status. Okay. So this is a unit one. So in the unit one, so we can expect 17 marks. So 2 marks questions and 5 mark and 10 mark questions. Okay. The 2 mark questions they can ask someone who is an SSC, what is an assessment year, what is a previous year, what is an income. So these are all things they can ask in the 2 mark questions. So we can go with all the terms used in the income tax that you have to study for a 2 mark questions. And one more thing, they can ask me about so this income tax, it is a problem oriented subject. So problem oriented means 80% of the portion of our question paper will consist of the problems, and 20% only it's a theory. So we can expect that all the 5 mark and 10 mark questions will be only a problem. So probably you can expect 10 mark questions. So that very frequently asked one questions. Income exempted from tax. So income exempted from tax. So that question today I given an assignment. So you can refer the book. You can find out the answer of the questions, right? So on the 10 mark questions, they can ask this scope of total income. So resident status, they can ask question in the 5 mark questions, and scope of total income they're asking in the 10 mark questions. So this is a 10 mark, and so this they can ask a 10 mark questions. This one is they can ask for a 5 mark questions. Okay, now we can move on that. So again, you have to remember this slide. Okay. So these points you have to remember. Okay, this I already we discussed. So the Indian income, it is taxable. Indian income is taxable, and these are all the exempted income. So you know everything, right? So I gave you two questions for homework. So if you are doing this, it's well and good. Again, I will work out for you. Okay. So now this is a November 2012. It's asked in the 10 mark questions. So 10 mark questions. So this is a 10 mark questions. They are asked. The particulars is given. So from the particulars, this amount, what we have to do, you have to compute Rajan's gross total income. So if he is a resident, not ordinarily resident, and non-resident. So why because I again explained this same problem. So this question you can expect in a 10 mark. It is very easy. You can work out in the questions. All the answers within the question itself, you can take the figures and write the tables. So then you can get an answer. Okay, now you can go for working out the problem. Okay, so in next slide. Okay, right. Right, so we can see the slide. Okay, so this is a questions. Okay, the interest from State Bank of State SB account in Indian Bank. Okay, SB account in Indian Bank, and agricultural income from Japan. So dividend income received in Russia, salary income received from Indian Embassy's office in Australia, house property income, house in HOUSE, house in Ceylon, 15,000, pension received in Belgium. So for services rendered in India. So from this you have to calculate, compute Rajan's gross total income, right? So you have to write compute. So calculation of CAL, calculation of Mr. Rajan's, Mr. Rajan's, what they are asking the questions, Rajan's gross total income, Rajan's gross total income, Rajan's gross total income. So you have to put a heading, the gross total income of Rajan. So I will minimize the slide. Okay, so this is quite enough. Okay, right. So now you have to open here. 4 columns, 3 amount column, 1 particulars column, right? The first one is the particulars, all right? So ordinary resident, OR, I will put a OR, NOR, not ordinary resident, N or non-resident. They're asking in the 3 category of the residential status, okay? So what they're asking in the question, so they have to write that these three things, a resident, not ordinary resident, and non-resident. So this 3 category, okay? Right. So now the first case. So interest from SB account in Indian bank, that amount is 12,000 rupees. Right? So this is the question. Now we can understand that whether this is an Indian income or foreign income. If it is Indian income, it is taxable. So here, irrespective of the income received in India or in abroad, all the category, it is taxable to ordinary resident. So this is an Indian income. So Indian bank, it is situated in India. We can assume that this is an Indian bank. So it is situated in Indian country. So this income is taxable to all the people. So Indian income is taxable to, so three kind of people, right? Next one. So agricultural income from Japan. Agricultural income from Japan. So that amount is 10,000 rupees. Okay. So the 10,000 is agricultural income. So if it is agricultural income in India, it is exempted. It is India, it is exempted. It is it is Japan, it's a foreign country. So this amount is taxable to the ordinary resident. Ordinary resident. And this agricultural income from the Japan, it is a foreign income. So it is only taxable for these people, and it is not taxable to this not ordinary resident and also non-resident. So somewhat he is not related with the India, so he need not pay the tax for this Indian government. Okay, next third category. So the third category, dividend income received in Russia. So this is also foreign income. This is also foreign income. So this is foreign income. Like this one, it is taxable only in the case of ordinary resident. Okay, so these two people you need not pay tax to the Indian government. Next one is the fourth one, salary income received from Indian Embassy's office in Australia. So the office is an Indian embassy, but he is in the office is situated in the Australia. So this 72,000, it is taxable only in the category of, so only in the category of, so this person, so this amount is not taxable to this two category. Okay, and next category, house property income in Ceylon. So this amount is also, it is taxable only in the category of ordinary resident, and so these people you need not pay the tax for this amount. So it is not an Indian amount. Okay. Right, next one, sixth one, pension received in Belgium for services rendered in India. So this is an Indian income, so it isn't taxable. It is an Indian income, so it is a taxable. That amount is 20,000 rupees. So this is taxable. This is taxable. And this is also taxable. Okay, right. So if you are putting the totaling of this ordinary resident, totaling of this amount is ordinary resident. Uh, 32,000, 32,000, 39,000, 1,09,000, 1,09,000. So 12,000, 12,000, 12,000, 12,000, 32,000, 32,000, 34,000, 34,000, 39,000, 1,39,000, right? So if you're putting the total, so that amount is 1,39,000 is an ordinary resident. The 39,000. So 1,39,000, if you're putting the total ordinary resident. Okay. And the next category, oh, this is 72 also. 72,000. It's an Indian embassy income. So deemed to be received in India. So this is a taxable Indian income. Is taxable. 72, it's 92, 92, 94, 1 lakh 4,000. 1 lakh 4,000. So 1 lakh 4,000, it is taxable. So 1 lakh 4,000 is taxable. 1 lakh 4,000 is taxable. Okay. Right. So this is a Rajan income. Okay. So this is an Indian bank. So the bank in India, that is an Indian income. So it is taxable to all the category. It is taxable to all the category. And next to this category, this is an Indian embassy office. Indian embassy office in the sense this is an it is related to the income deemed to be received in India. Income deemed to be received in India. So income deemed to be received in India. So this three amount is also taxable. So this is also the services rented in India. So services rented in India means, so this is also the Indian income. If it is Indian income means it is taxable to all the category irrespective of the residential status. So whether he is an ordinary resident, not ordinary resident, non-resident. So these three amount, so these three persons have to pay the tax for the income received in India. Okay. So this is also the Indian emphasis income. So this is also the Indian income. So it is taxable. So this is an Indian bank interest. So these are also the taxable. So this is Japan. So this person only it is taxable. Why? Because this is a foreign income. This is also foreign income. The both the category. So the foreign income only as a case of ordinary resident only is staying in India. So for that purpose, you have to pay the tax. So this is also a house in Ceylon. This is also a foreign income. So this three is the 10,000, this 10,000, this 15,000. So the three amount is foreign income. So foreign income. So this person this person did not pay tax for this amount. And so this person have to pay the tax for this all the amount. Why? Because he is staying in India. Okay, this is an gross total income. If you work out in this problem, you can check your answer and everything. Okay, so if it is correct, we can move on the next one more question. So if you are thoroughly understanding of this area, then only we can move for a next unit. So this is they can ask your questions very frequently. So in every question paper, so you can expect a 10 more questions from the calculation of the gross total income. So calculation of the gross total income. So you can take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot or you can write. Okay, then we can move on the next question. Okay, the same question also I given for your assignment on the last class. Okay, now we can see this slide. Okay, so this is the same problem, same kind of the problem. So the question is asked in the November 2013. The question is asked in your previous question paper, November 2013, right? So these are all the seven category of the income. The seven amount is given, seven particular is given. So in this case, you have to calculate from the above particulars. Mr. Harris calculate the total income if he is an OR. OR means ordinary resident, comma NOR not ordinary resident and non-resident. So if you see three category, so what will be the income? The same format. Okay. So now we can go to the new slide. New slide. Right. So what they given in the below, so that you can take it, Mr. Harris. Okay, Mr. Harris. Okay. So in getting calculation of CALCULA calculation of, we have to put a heading calculation of total income of whatever they given total. If it is given total income or gross total income, whatever the mean. Total income of Mr. Harris. So you can write something also for the assessment year. So you can write. So it's another we can write for the assessment year 2020-21. So this is an assessment year. We have to frequently can use in all the cases, right? Okay. Right. So now we have to go for an answer. So you can open here. So table again 4 columns. So 3 amount column, 1 particulars column. So particulars. Then ordinary resident I will put OR, NOR not resident, and NR not resident. Okay. This is an 3 amount column opened and 1 particulars. Right. We can start with the problem. The first one, the first category. This. So you can read the problem. Read the problem. The first one, income from business, income from business, profession set up in India, but amount received in Pakistan. Okay, profession set up in India, but amount received in Pakistan. So amount is received in Pakistan means, so this 1,25,000 it is taxable in the case of ordinary resident and not ordinary resident, and so non-resident you need not pay the tax for this amount. This is an income from the Afghanistan only, so it is not Indian income or income received in India. Okay. So this amount is not taxable. Okay, this person did not pay the tax for this amount. Okay, next category. This is an foreign income. This is an foreign income. Okay, it is a foreign income in Afghanistan. But proportion is controlled. It doesn't mean controlled means, so these two person have to pay the tax. Okay, next category. The next one, income accrued in Bhopal. Income accrued in Bhopal, but received in Uttaranchal. So where is Uttaranchal? Uttaranchal within the boundary of India. So this amount is we can consider as an received in India. Received in India. Received in India means it is an Indian income. So this 29,000 is taxable in the case of all the people. Okay. So received in India, it is an Indian income. Indian income is taxable to irrespective of the residency status. Next one, the third category, that is income from business in Uganda. Uganda is an African country. Okay, but controlled from Trichy. So 28,000 received in Trichy. Okay, this is a case. So below certain amount is given. Below also certain amount is given. Right, we have to consider that amount also. Okay, right. Okay, right. So the income from business. So this amount, what is the amount? That amount is 50,000 rupees. So the 50,000 is taxable here, controlled also, controlled from Trichy in India, Trichy in India. So it is taxable like this category, so 50,000. But received in Trichy, that amount is only 25,000. Part of the amount received in India, part of the amount received in India. So that's why here you have to write only 25,000, not 50,000. So only difference is that. Okay, so that amount, it is a foreign income. It is a foreign income. Even though it is a foreign income, so this person has to pay the tax for this amount. So why? Because he is an ordinary resident. So this is a foreign income. It is a foreign country income, but the business is controlled from India. So controlled from India, Trichy in India. So for this person, you have to pay the tax for this 50,000 rupees, right? So again, so this is a foreign income, so controlled in India, but 25,000 it's only received in India. So any amount is received or accrued or arised, deemed to be accrued, that amount will be taxable to all the category. So this 25,000 is taxable to this person. Okay, right. Now we can want the fourth category. So royalty received from Government of India. Royalty received from Government of India. Okay. So this is an amount. This is an amount from the Indian income. So Indian income, it is taxable to all the category. Indian income, royalty from the Indian government. So Indian government income received in India, it is taxable. Okay. Next category, past untaxed income in the previous year. Past untaxed remitted to India, so this amount is not taxable. PAST, past untaxed profit, it is not, it is exempted. So this amount is not taxable to all the category. So need not pay tax. Need not pay the tax for the three category. Okay. So 16. Right. And the next one, kept in foreign currency from a friend received in India. The sixth category, kept in foreign currency from a friend received in India, so that amount is kept received from the friend. That amount is taxable to all the category. That amount is 56,000. Okay. So kept amount received only from the relatives or at the time of occasion of the marriage, that only exempted, but that amount only up to the limit of 50,000. Only up to the limit of 50,000. So this whole amount is taxable because of that amount is received from the friend. Okay, the friend amount, any amount is received as a gift, it is a taxable. But the gift amount received from the relative and the gift received from at the time of occasion, on the occasion of the marriage, that amount only exempted, but that amount is also only up to rupees 50,000. Okay, so next category. So seventh one, salary from Indian company received in London. Okay, salary from the Indian company received in London. Okay, so this is also some points are also given. Okay, so Indian salary, Indian company received in London. This is a foreign income. Okay, the foreign income. What is a foreign income? Amount is received, 5 lakh amount is received. So even though this is a foreign income, because of ordinary resident, you have to pay the tax for this 5 lakhs rupees. Okay, 5 lakhs you have to pay the tax, and 2 lakh is paid for the service rendered in India. India salary from the Indian company. So Indian company means it controlled from India. Controlled from India in the sense. So this amount is only so 3 lakh Indian company receives. So this 5 lakhs is taxable. This 5 lakhs is taxable for or not ordinary residents also. And this category, so there's 2,000 paid for services rendered in India. This 2 lakh only Indian income. So for this Indian income, you have to pay tax for this 2 lakh rupees. Okay, right. Now we can go for a total. This is a total income, right? If you put in the total 1,25,000, 25 plus 29 plus 50 plus 75 plus 56 plus 5 lakhs. Okay, so 8,35,000. If he is a category of ordinary resident, you have to pay the tax. 8,35,000, you have to pay the tax. Okay, so 8,35,000. Oh no 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 no. Okay, so 2 lakh. Okay, so here, so 8 lakh 35 minus 3 lakh, 5 lakh 35,000, 5 lakh 35,000, it is taxable. 5 lakh 35,000, it is taxable. And this category, so here, so here 2 lakhs, so to put the total 29,000 plus 25,000 plus 75,000 plus 56,000 plus 2 lakhs. Oh, that amount is 3,85,000. So 3,85,000. If in the category of 3,85,000, answer is correct. Okay, answer is correct. 3,85,000. Right. Right. I will explain this problem in detail. Right. So here, this is a foreign income. So foreign income, but it is controlled in India. Professional setup means it's a controlled from India. It is controlled from India means, so this person only taxable. It is a foreign income. So this is an ordinary resident. You have to pay the tax. So it is controlled in India means this person taxable. NRI need not pay the tax. So received in Uttaranchal, this is an Indian income. So this all the 29,000 is taxable to all the category. It is an Indian income. It is taxable. So this is an amount, it's a foreign income. This is foreign income. So this ordinary resident is taxable. Controlled in Tirchi. So like this above, this 50,000 is taxable. Received in India. So only this 25,000 is taxable for non-resident. So received in India, this only 25,000 is taxable in the category of not ordinary resident. Okay. So the part of the amount received in India, so that's why this 25,000 is taxable to non-resident. So this is a foreign income, irrespective of the income received in India, outside India, because of ordinary resident, you have to pay the tax. Controlled in India, for controlled in India means, so this whole 50,000 is taxable for not ordinary resident. So if it is the part of the amount is received in India, if it is received in India means this person is taxable. So this is a three category. Okay, next. Government of India, Indian income, it is taxable to all the category. And it is past untaxed income, it is exempted to all the category. Foreign currency, it's an Indian income, it is taxable to all the category. Okay, next one is the salary from the Indian company received in London. So salary in a foreign, it is a foreign income. So foreign income, this 5 lakh is taxable. So the 2 lakh is for the Indian income. For the Indian income, this 2% is taxable. So 2 lakh is an Indian income. So because of that, the 3%, this 2% is taxable. Okay, so this is a category, right? So now can recollect the points. What are all the again one more problem? We will complete this one more problem. So I will given the this question also your homework. If you have worked out that, you can check it the answer. So you can take a screenshot of this problem. You can take screenshot or you can write the problem, or maybe you can take it like. Okay, so this is an answer for this question. You can check the answer, and this is a question. Okay, this is a question November 2030, and the next slide, this is an answer. Okay, right. Now we can go with one more problem. So yeah, so that's a one more question. The same question paper, May 2013, question number 17. 17 in the sense of the 5 mark question they asked the question, right? So here in the 5 mark questions, in the question they are asked only two category, only resident and non-resident. So compute the total income of Mr. Y for the uh, for the year 2019-20, whatever the year is given, the year is it will not get impact on any changes on the income received. Okay, right? If he is a resident, what is the income? Okay, if he is non-resident, what is an income? So right. So now we can go to the next slide. So take heading. So calculation of total income of Mr. Y. Calculation of TY. Calculation of total income of Mr. Y. So the year is given, you can write the year. It's not required. Okay. So in the question paper, you can write the year itself. Right. So now you have to open. So this is need not operand 3 amount column. Now you have to write the 2 amount column, so that it means 3 column is required. Okay, one is particulars, and second one is ordinary resident OR. I would put there OR, and the next one is non-resident. Only 2 category they will ask in the questions. What is the question? What is they asking? You can check the question answer. The question. Only they are asking resident and non-resident. So that information you have to calculate. Right. The first category, income from house property. Income from house property. So that amount is given, income from house property. Okay. What is that amount? That amount is 40,000 rupees. That amount is 40,000 rupees. So 40,000. This amount is foreign income. So this foreign income is taxable only in the category of ordinary resident. Only in the category of ordinary resident. Non-resident may not pay the tax for this amount. Is a foreign income. London is another. It's a foreign income. It is not an Indian income. If it is Indian income, means this person have to pay the tax. So it is not an Indian income. It is a foreign income. Okay, next, second category, the income from salary received in India for services rendered in Germany. For the services rendered in Germany. Okay, so this amount is received in India. Received in India in the sense it is an Indian income. Indian income means, so this Indian income, it is taxable for NRI also. It is taxable for NRI also. Okay. So the non-resident also have to pay the tax for this 1,20,000 second category. Next, third one, profit from business in Pakistan controlled from India. So next category, the third one. So third one, profit from business in Pakistan controlled from India. So this is called it's a foreign income. Foreign income controlled in the sense only not ordinary resident have to pay the tax. So it is a non-resident need not pay the tax. Non-resident need not pay the tax for this amount. So next one is profit from business in Madurai. Next one is profit from business in Madurai. So Madurai, Tamil Nadu within India. So this is an Indian income. So if it is Indian income, so that Indian income 1,10,000. So this 1,10,000 is taxable for these two category. So whether Indian income means it is taxable in the category of resident, ordinary resident, and non-resident also. And the next one is agricultural income in India. Next category, agricultural income in India. So this income is exempted. So need not pay tax for this amount. Need not pay tax for this amount. Okay, right. Now we can put here total. The total. So that is a total income of X. Total income of X. So that amount is 1 lakh, 2,20,000, 2,20,000, 2,30,000, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs 40,000, 3 lakhs 40,000, 3 lakh 80,000. So 3 lakh 80,000 in the case of ordinary resident. 3 lakh 80,000 in the case of ordinary resident. Check the answer. Okay, right. Next one is so 2,30,000. 2,30,000 if in the case of not ordinary resident. Okay, check the answer. Okay, 2,30,000, 3,80,000. Okay, this answer is over. Right. So you can take the problem. Again, one more time I'll explain the same problem. Right. So income from house property. The house property is situated in London. So it's a foreign income. So the foreign income is only taxable under the category of ordinary resident. So it is a foreign income, need not pay the NRI. So no way he connected within India. So you need not pay the tax for this 40,000 rupees. Next one is income from salary received in India. So what are the services are printed but received in India means, so this amount is taxable for the two categories. So it is Indian income. For Indian income, ordinary resident, non-resident have to pay the tax. Next one is business in Pakistan controlled from India. So controlled from India means it is connected with the foreign income. This is a foreign income, Pakistan. This is a foreign income. So this ordinary resident only taxable irrespective of the income is an because of ordinary resident you have to pay the tax. So it's a controlled means if it is not ordinary resident is given, NOR is given. So that time you have to take the 1,10,000 this exam. That column is not asked. That question is not asked. So need not worry about that. So this amount is not taxable in the case of non or not ordinary resident. So profit from business in Madurai. So Madurai is in India. It's a Tamil Nadu or Indian boundary. So it is an Indian income. So Indian income, it is taxable like this. This is India, like this 1,20,000. This 1,10,000 is taxable to both the category. So agricultural income in India, it is exempted. So need not pay the tax for the any category of people. So either it's an ordinary resident or not ordinary resident or NRI, so need not pay the tax. So the total income of in the case of ordinary resident 3,80,000, non-resident in the case of 2,30,000. Okay. So the three questions we worked out. Okay. So now with this area, now we have to again recollect this point. You have to recollect. So these points you should remember always. So remitted to India. Any amount is remitted in a foreign income. It It is remitted to India means we do not consider this as an Indian income. So this amount is it is not taxable. Not taxable means you have to write nil nil or you can write a hyphen on the amount column. Next one is Indian agricultural income. Indian agricultural income is not taxable. Okay, so in the previous case, I told that in the previous case I told that this amount is not taxable. This is called an Indian agricultural income. And the next case, that's remitted to India also not taxable. I told that dividend from Indian companies. If it is Indian companies dividend, it is not taxable. It is past untaxed profits and incomes are not taxable. And the next is, so I told that kept from relatives. You have to clearly understanding of the meaning of the relatives. So kept from the relatives only it is exempted. Kept from the on the occasion of the marriage, at the time of the marriage, any gift is received. But so all the amount it is put together, that value should be 50,000 only, up to 50,000 only exempted. It is not taxable. So it will take for example, gift from friends. It is taxable. Even less than 50,000 also it is taxable. Okay, next a long time capital gain on sale of stocks. Stocks in the means in a share market we are selling of the shares in a share market. Selling of the shares. So if any are gain, if you are any getting a gain, so that is called a long-term capital gain. Long-term capital gain in the sense holding of the shares, holding of the shares more than 12 months period, so then it is sold. Any gain arised, that is called long-term capital gain. So long-term capital gain in the sense, while in the selling of the share market, so we already paid tax for the amount in the share market itself. So that's why, so you need not pay the tax again with this individual income. Okay, so this is also like this, the dividend from Indian company. The company itself, they're paying the tax for the dividend amount payable to the shareholders. So this is a case. Okay, so if you are understanding of this all the area, now we can go for, and in the next class we will see. So this amount, this answer is worked out. I will share this slide also.